Hello and welcome to another scene for Suburban Apples. And today's scene is an intro scene. We focus in. It is winter in Briggenfowl. And actually, it's also winter in its neighboring neighborhood of San Alipius, a much rougher neighborhood than the gentrified and lovely Briggenfowl. Two characters are darting across the skyline. One has wings, the other enthusiasm. Bright, youthful, ever vibrant, and green as spring enthusiasm. It's a game of tag that leads them next to an apartment building where, for whatever reason, the window is open, but only for a moment. Outside your window, Tasha, you hear, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. There's a little more commotion as somebody slams the window shut from the outside. And you hear slight sounds of a struggle.
She looks up from her crafting table, or her drafting table, sorry, where she's like probably working on like sketches for a shop project. She looks up because holy shit, what's going on? She grabs like, I don't know, the closest thing's probably a ruler. She uses as a weapon, and she'll creep towards her window.
Because this has already been established as what happens canonically, the boy seems to fling away from the window, and the winged figure flies off in his general direction. What happens in your room next is of interest, though. There's still something from the window. It flutters slightly, moves, but it's laying flat across the floor. The light shining against it. It looks like a shadow, but there's nothing that could be casting it.
She'll look down at it and like poke it with the ruler.
It sort of like darts away from the ruler and thumbs its nose at you, but it's still stuck by the feet in the windowsill.
What the fuck are you? Why are you in my room? And then she'll point the ruler at it, excuse me, and say, "Don't try anything." And she'll go and see why, like what's got it stuck.
It's slammed shut in the sill of your window, so it's pinned by the feet.
So she'll go to open it, but then she'll stop and look back and be like, "Wait a minute, what are you gonna do for me if I help you?" So what you're saying is you're pretty much fucking useless. You know what? I like you. I fucking like you. She'll open the window.
As you open the window, it like darts along the wall in the light, just flying. Or well, I mean, it's a shadow, but yeah, it like glides along the perimeter of the room, kind of dashing to and fro. And
I'll fucking touch anything.
It'll touch everything. The shadow.
I mean, okay, fair.
And also, the shadow of who it belongs to is kind of a curious sort. So, as you say, don't touch anything. You see its hands just kind of.
Motherfuck! What do I just fucking say? I can't. And she'll put the ruler down, and because she's like, I can't hit a shadow with this and hurt it. Like.
Remember the story. So.
Yeah, she'll go and sit back down and watch it, just kind of like what the fuck am I supposed to do, man?
It sort of stands in front of you from where you are sitting, or like imitates you and like sits midair on the wall. So, in a game of, I'll pretend to be your shadow for a moment, even though it looks nothing like you.
So what are you fucking like my pet now? Like fuck's happening?
Any hand gestures you make, it does the same. It has no voice in which to respond.
Well, yeah. So
like a slight shake of the head.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess make yourself the fuck at home. I mean, this is my room. Try not. I mean, I don't think you can break anything. I don't know. Just chill. All right. I'll figure out what the fuck to do about this. I'll ask Miss Boomer might know, but just don't bother me. All right. She'll do eyes. Do that thing where you put two fingers to your eyes and move them to the other thing, even though it doesn't really have eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back to you.
All right. I mean, maybe you'll learn something, and she'll kind of show it the plans that she's been drawing, because like, why not? There's a thing here, and if it's gonna listen to her talk about what she's doing, then she'll do that.
And it'll stick around for like a moment doing like the but yeah, there will be moment, like only for a moment. If it gets too technical, it goes back to like
just got rid of my fucking older brothers.
This is a much shorter shadow, so it's probably not someone older.
Yeah. But I mean, brothers act like brothers. Yeah. They're older or younger.
This is true. So, but yeah, trying to incite you to do something more interesting. It'll like mess with the light over what you're trying to look at, that sort of thing.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck did I just say? Don't fucking bother me, you son of a bitch. Oh my god. What do you want? I don't know what the fuck that means. You want me to fucking flip a table? Can you write? Like, is that a thing that you can do? And you like spell it out with your hands or some shit? Do I have to roll anything to understand what it's trying to say?
From the look of it, it just spelt out YMCA.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't know semaphore.
Nice. So she'll put her head down on the desk, a literal head desk.
So we're going to fast forward just a hair, probably about 2 days of this irritating poltergeist of a shadow.
If either of those 2 days are at school, she'll go over to her shop teacher, who's her mentor, and be like, so have you ever heard of like a fucking living shadow?
No.
All right, I'll just suffer.
So yeah, just living I don't know, Nervosa, Chimera, like, are you on drugs, that sort of thing?
Not currently.
Oh. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
It's just real fucking annoying. It's not. I don't think it's gonna do anything to hurt me. I mean, it better fucking not. But I mean.
Learn to live with it, I guess.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. Fan-fucking-tastic. And she'll, live with this annoying roommate for 2 days.
Yeah. And Patrick. For the past 2 days, things have been just slightly less whimsical. Something's been off.
Mm-hmm. It was strange, but I mean, he was having fun. I mean, there was plenty of other things. He just discovered something. He discovered an amazing secret that he's not telling anyone, and it's been so much fun. He hasn't told anyone. He hasn't even told Dee.
What the hell bottle did I give Patrick?
He found out he's Peter Pan, Carol.
Oh, God. Okay.
He's got like this big secret. He's got a secret, and he's not telling anyone.
He was literally the last one to find out.
I know, but he doesn't know. He's 10. He's not telling anyone. And it's probably added a little bit more of his mischievousness than normal. Even, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's always been mischievous, but even with amongst his them, he's been a little more mischievous. I got a secret. You're gonna have to catch me to figure out what it is. Of course, no one can catch him, but it's led to a fun little game. It wasn't until that he was playing with his friends that Jackie actually was the one who pointed it out when the sun was starting to set and they were making their way across the way. Patrick, your shadow's... Where's your shadow? Because all theirs were there, save for his. Patrick just sort of frowns, and he's looking at this blank area where the shadow should be. He looks down. There's nothing. Where did his shadow go? So he spent the better part of a day or so thinking about it. For Bella... the one who finally reminds him. He's playing tag and his shadow got caught. Oh, that's right. Better find that window. So he makes his way back to, it's pretty much evening time. In fact, it's probably better that way as he's sort of wandering around. It's a little harder to find where he needs to go from down below. But he's thinking of it as a better adventure. Is an interesting thing. Before he finally comes around and he actually sees like the lamppost and he's looking at it for a moment and he's looking at the angle and he's like juxtapositioning it. And he looks at the window. Now the question is it open or closed?
It's probably closed.
Hmm.
It might be open and like there's like a screen because I mean we don't want bugs getting in.
Gotcha. All right.
It is winter, by the way.
That's fair. The window is closed because it's cold outside.
Yep. No one knows why it was open the first time around, but hey, rebellion. And we don't want any more shadows coming in.
She had just like climbed in after sneaking out to go to a party or something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So yeah, so Patrick sees this and he's like, well, might as well take a look. So he starts climbing the water grate. Up to...
Strangely, it looks like perhaps this is a path often taken. Shouldn't be that hard to climb.
Well, for him, it's not that hard at all. Up, and he's almost quick and awake as he's almost up there, and he looks inside. He's looking past the window.
You see a fairly smallish bedroom. It looks absolutely cluttered. Bed is not made, clothes are everywhere. But there's the only part that's somewhat organized is the workbench on the far side of the room. It's almost like the chair, like when you pull out the chair to sit, it like touches the bed. That's how kind of cramped it is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and there's this teenage girl knocker bent over this workbench with the light flickering with something like a shadowy figure seems to be playing with it to try and distract her.
Says, and he mutters that under his breath. He's keeping quiet because now he wants to sneak up, and it's almost like playing tag. He wants to sneak up on his shadow and grab it.
Sure.
So he takes one of his knives because he's assuming that the dog. He tests the window very gently. It's probably locked.
Mm-hmm.
He takes one of his knives and he's going under there to find the latch and flick it. Try to slide it open. You want me to do a larceny, Carol?
Yes, and perception alertness for the knocker.
She's not super paying attention, but it's okay because her perception alertness is 3 dice.
Wow, Patrick.
3 successes. Look at that.
Well, apparently, Patrick can't get it open. It's probably not the latch type. It might be an older window or something, so it's... It's not a botch, luckily. Poor Rupert.
that sound sends the shadow like under the bed.
Yeah, Tasha like turns around, grabbing probably like a hammer or something, going, "What the fuck was that?" And she'll see like, I'm assuming a small child outside of her bedroom window.
With like leaves like in a half crown around his head.
So she just kind of like stares for a second, and her mouth is open.
He's just trying to open the window. He hasn't paid any attention to her. He's just a little frustrated. He's like frowning at this. He's poking this. There's a ball of light that suddenly comes up to him and illuminates his face. Quiet! They're gonna hear.
What the actual literal fuck?
And he looks up, and it's the first time finally you're seeing those eyes, brilliant, bright green, vibrant, and just imagine like the fountain of youth and spring eternal just bursting and glittering in those eyes as he just looks up right into yours.
She'll go over to the window and just make her face level with his and make like a shoe motion and be like, "The fuck are you doing? It's my fucking house."
That's my shadow.
This thing's yours?
Mm-hmm.
Thank fuck. Okay. Stay. And she points at him. And she'll go out under her bed and lift up the what is it? What is the like the thing that hangs over bottom of the bed?
Skirt.
The bed skirt, yes. Lifts that up and it's like, hey asshole.
As soon as you lift it up, it zooms out and onto the ceiling. And it's just like,
your fucking person's here. You don't. What? To what? Listen, she'll go over to the window and be like, "I don't understand your fucking shadow's language."
I think he's Patrick's saying, "Oh, he's doing what you said."
What? Not fucking touching anything? Yeah, this.
It was that F word. The F word. He's saying the F word.
Oh, okay. I thought he had another motion for that particular word, but yeah. How old are you, kid?
I'm 10.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm Patrick, by the way. What's your name? As he's saying, he's still outside through the window.
She'll like facepalm and put the hammer down and open the window and be like, I mean, I guess you can fucking come in, like just.
And he just rolls in, like it's like one fluid motion. Like he just rolls in onto his feet. It's like there wasn't even a moment of hesitation as he come in, and now you're getting to see the full bit of him. He's dressed completely, well, chimerical reality at least. He's dressed completely in leaves and cobwebs, all stitching it together as one big thing. As in, he gets his hands on his fists, and he's looking up at the ceiling and at his shadow. It's like, all right, come here. I didn't see it if it moved, Carol.
Oh.
It shook its head.
All right, you want to play that game? Let's do it. And Patrick, like, jumps from where he is, jumps onto the bed and jumps up to the ceiling to try and grab it.
Sorry, didn't you fucking touch my stuff?
What is your dex athletics, by the way?
It's total of 9 together.
All right,
Wow.
so let's play roll 9 dice at each other.
Yeah, well, it's because it's his shadow, so of course it's going to be that sort of fun. They're bouncing all over the place.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. Got 3 successes for Patrick.
Okay, sorry, I should have put the little equal minus sign. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 3 for the shadow. Good
He's
lord,
the defender.
Yeah, so yeah.
Patrick misses. The shadow moves, but Patrick's like hot on its heels as they're going around the room.
Tasha's gonna chase and be like, listen here, motherfucker. Fuck your parents.
I don't know, he says as he's still going after it.
3 more successes. What do you got?
That is 5 for quick.
Okay, finally, yeah, like with another like active round around the room. Like it bounces off the desk and like trips over the shadow of the desk.
And Patrick like launches himself on it, and suddenly he's like rolling around with it, and he's like holding on tight as it's still like struggling to try and move. I caught you! I caught you! Now you got a stick!
This is my fucking life.
Come on now! You got a stick now! Come on!
Do you need some? I don't fucking know. Do
Come
you
on,
need some help?
This thing won't stick!
Mm.
And Patrick's like holding on to it as it's, you know, it's on his arms folded, and Patrick's like trying to, come on!
All right, I might. Shit. And she'll go under her bed and pull out.
Why won't you stick?
She'll go through a couple things. She'll go through like a toolbox.
Why do you have to keep making fun of me like this? Sorry.
Like a toolbox and like a bunch of like a box that just looks like it has random nails in it. And she'll get her old sewing kit out, and she'll open it and be like, I haven't used this in fucking forever. And try and look at the shadow, see if she has any black thread, because I mean that makes the most sense, I guess, because it's kind of black. She's never done this before, but she took the only reason she took home ec was because of the all the pretty girls. So she'll thread a needle and probably end up stabbing herself in the process, and you know, litany of curses, and she'll be like, all right, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but this seems like it might work. Just you, for the love, all that is holy, fucking stay still, both of you little shits. And she'll try and
Patrick's just like subtly vibrating.
You want me to make a crafting check?
Yeah, go ahead. Is this the sewing kit, or is it a different sewing kit?
No, this is the sewing kit.
Okay, good. Hence the stabbing yourself because you didn't have a ding thimble.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it int or dex?
Dex, I believe, for crafting.
Okay, so that's. I mean, it's the same number of dice, but does nimble fingers apply?
Yep.
Cool. And also, hold on, I gotta look at Master Craftsman. What does that do? I don't think I'm making anything. Or okay, so it says when designing, building, or repairing something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does that?
Yeah, you're repairing the shadow.
So it's reduced. The difficulty is reduced by 2. I have 7 successes.
Jeez, yeah. With the as the narrative flows in, the shadow is sewn to the heel of this boy's foot, and with a flick, it's back in place.
Stabs herself again. Ow, son of a fuck!
I knew you'd stick. I knew it. He says as he sort of tumbles and the shadow moves in motion with him. And
You're fucking welcome.
Gonna crow. Sorry.
Anyway, you said your name was Patrick. Jesus. And that was in character.
Yeah, no.
that wasn't Lily. That was Kagami. What the fuck? So you said your name was Patrick, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm Patrick, he says, as he got his hands on his hips, and so is the shadow, but the shadow still subtly moves.
Great. I'm Tasha. You said you don't know where your parents are. Where did you, like? I mean, do you need some clothes or like some food or some shit? Like, do you have a house?
Oh, I've got a house. Yeah, it's an old haunted mansion, not too far from here. He says as he points in a general direction. I stay there sometimes, but I sometimes stay in a tree house. Sometimes I borrow someone else's room.
Oh my fucking god, you're homeless.
It's like I never had a home to begin with.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I mean, yeah. Let me get you some food, kid. Like,
ooh, what you got? What you got?
I've got like, and she'll start looking around and be like, I got these Doritos. I can go downstairs and see what's what's in the kitchen, but here, and she'll hand over a bag of like half-eaten Doritos.
Yeah, he takes that and he's already eaten it.
Streaked in orange.
Yeah, she'll try to find something that's somewhat healthy because she's annoyed, but she's also like, this changeling kid is homeless. I gotta give him something. So maybe like,
it's how he wins them over.
At least it's not the pie scenario again.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
I didn't want to know, and I had to run it.
Probably finding like what's something that would reasonably be in the house. Like leftover lasagna or something. Mm-hmm. That's easy enough to heat up, and she'll bring it to him in Tupperware.
As she's out of the room, he's probably still poking around with the Dorito stains and stuff. Like he was looking over her plans. It's probably some Dorito dust on something. But there's one point he actually is like he's looking at the sewing kit. Actually,
there's a very old sewing kit.
Something's familiar about it.
Mm-hmm. Classic wooden bobbins. Mm-hmm. There is no thimble, but it is like a proper sewing kit in a tin.
You want a remembrance roll, or
yes.
What you want? Okay. Okay. Up to you on what that diff is, but let's see.
We'll go with a 7.
Okay. Well, he got 2 successes on it.
Okay. You remember another girl, younger than this one, long ago. She had a British accent and brothers. 2 brothers. Strange you can't remember her name.
And he's looking at it. Yeah, he's got it in his hands. Like the Dorito bag is like on the floor with like crumbs and stuff on there. But he's holding it, and he's got like that only that serious look that children can have when they're looking at something.
That can be what Tasha returns to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she walks back into her room with it's still in the Tupperware because she's not fancy, but she has a fork with her. It's like, oh fuck, I didn't tell you not to fucking touch anything, did I?
Where'd you get this?
Oh, it's Mom gave it to me. It's ancient. I wasn't ever really good at sewing. So I mean, this might be why I was working with whatever this shit is.
He puts his finger inside the space where the thimble should be, and he almost like holds it up almost reflexively for a moment and like turns it on something that's not there. Unfortunately, still putting more Dorito dust into things. But there's that seriousness. It's like, I've seen it before.
No shit.
A long time ago.
You're 10.
Mm-hmm.
By a long time ago, do you mean like, I don't know, what the fuck, 5 years?
Shakes his head.
I mean, you can't. Can you remember past then? You remember? I can't remember when I was fucking 4 years old.
I remember when I was a girl once.
She kind of stops.
I spoke Russian, he says, as he puts it down. Like, it's a very, matter of fact, like, yeah.
And it takes her a second because she's still learning all this shit. It hasn't been too long since she crystallized, and she's like, oh, right. Fucking, like, past lives shit and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
There's almost a very mysterious smile that comes across his face at that one.
Don't like it. So maybe, I don't know, one of your past lives met like my mom or some shit?
And he sort of thinks for a moment. I don't know. Who's your mom?
I mean,
Moira.
Her name's Moira. I was gonna say Maggie as in short for Margaret because that was another one of her names, but Moira works.
No, that was Wendy's middle name.
Who's fucking what now?
That was Wendy's middle name.
I heard you. But
Wendy Moira Angela Darling.
Does that sound familiar to me at all?
Great grandmother. Or your great grandmother. Because Moira, daughter of Jane, daughter of Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she'll stop and be like, "Holy fuck! You knew my great grandmother?"
Your great grandmother was Wendy?
I mean, same name. It'd be a big fucking coincidence.
And then there's almost a smile again for a moment, and he's like, and then he frowns. So she grew up.
You all right, kid? And she'll hand over the Tupperware and be like, "You should eat something."
Oh, and that sadness for a brief moment goes away. He's like, "Oh yeah, food." And whatever thing he was like close to, whatever epiphany he was gonna have, gone. starts eating away at it.
So
yeah, she'll
got off topic there.
Yeah.
sit on the bed and let him have her chair and kind of. She's not gonna. She's annoyed by the Dorito dust that's everywhere, but she's like, I should have expected that. He's like, what, 10?
Supposedly.
Yeah, he's supposedly 10.
He's eating away at it. I have another name, you know.
You mean like your secret name?
He smiles. You want to guess it?
I mean, Ms. Boomer told me that like we shouldn't tell each other our true names or whatever. That's like a bad thing to do for some reason.
I don't know if it's secret or not. I mean, everyone knows it. Except they don't know it's me. He says, the Smith that sings song as he stuffs his face with more lasagna.
You're not making any fucking sense. Shit, I should probably stop swearing around you. You're like 10.
Oh no, oh no, you sound exactly like Bella. Well, yeah, you do.
She's not gonna comment on that because she's like, how do I sound like a bell ringing? But okay. I mean, I don't know. Is your name Lil Shit?
Nope.
This is my only fucking guess.
Oh Lord.
And Patrick sort of smiles at that, and he just shakes his head. You gotta guess. Come on, you can do it. I'm sure you can. You picked my shadow.
This is fucking stupid. I don't know. Is it Tom? Is it fucking Jerry?
Nope.
Should I make a remembrance roll?
If you can make a remembrance roll, or you can roll an intelligence academics roll.
Okay. I have decent intelligence.
Okay.
Not great academics, but it's fine.
Standard diff because it's a pretty common story.
3 successes.
All right. Long time ago, an author by the name of J.M. Barrie wrote a story about your great grandmother, with the story of a little boy who didn't grow up.
And when she kind of like thinks about it, she's like, son of a bitch. No fucking way.
That's not your name either, Patrick.
Nope. Nope. Keep guessing. He says.
Face will be like, no, that's not what I fucking. And she'll find like she'll take out. Does she have a copy of the book? Would it make sense for her to have a copy of the book or not?
Yeah, probably a very old copy, although it's not the autographed copy somebody else has, but it is very old and illustrated. And
yeah, she'll go to some of the stacks of books and like run through some like coding textbooks and sketchbooks and pull out the book and be like, you're saying you're Peter fucking Pan?
Yay, you got it! You got it!
Holy crap. That makes sense why you don't have a home. Yeah. I mean, do you go to school?
Why would I go to school?
That's fucking fair.
I never went to school in my life.
You lucky son of a bitch. And you're saying
my friends keep going to school, and I keep trying to break them out, but they keep going back.
I mean, when you've been stuck in it for as long as I have, you're like, might as well just fucking graduate at this point, or else it's all been for nothing.
That's graduating.
It's when you, like, finish technically what, like, everyone, the school that everyone, like, legally should go to or whatever. It's when you, finish, 12th grade. And you get this piece of paper that says, like, you're an adult now, and you get to apply for jobs and get rejected from them because no one's going to hire you if you just have a fucking high school diploma.
That sounds boring, and I'm not really interested in growing up anyway.
That fucking checks out.
So he sort of frowns at that. He's thinking for a moment, but yeah, go ahead with your question.
Did you, as in, and she'll kind of gesture to like his body in general, like you meet my great grandmother, or was it a different you?
That was Peter.
But you're Peter.
He goes, no, I'm Patrick.
You just fucking. Oh my god.
I was Peter once. I remember that. I remember a lot of things in that book.
And she'll kind of look down and be like, yeah, this shit was wild.
All happened.
No shit.
I remember it pretty well now.
Did you guys, like, fucking sing like in the Disney movie?
I didn't watch Disney movies.
There's one about you.
Is there?
There is. It's kind of problematic. Not sure if it's the best, like, interpretation.
I didn't know there was a movie about me. It's amazing. I'm in the movies.
There are actually a couple movies now that I'm fucking thinking about it.
I'm in several movies?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Well, I mean, they didn't really have many TVs in the circus, he says as he sort of shrugs at that.
What?
The circus. We didn't have TV there.
No, I know what the fucking circus is. You were... Like, you were in the circus. A fucking 10-year-old kid.
I was born there.
So your parents were in the circus.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know them.
No, I know them. I just don't know where they are now.
I mean, heck, you can have my parents. I don't fucking want them.
I don't want your parents.
That's fucking fair, dude.
Besides, everyone keeps saying I should have parents or asking where my parents are. It's like I don't matter. The only way that I matter is if my parents are in the picture.
It's mostly because you see a kid and it's alone and you're like, shit, I don't want to be responsible for this crap. Where's the thing that's actually supposed to be responsible for this?
But I'm responsible for myself. Why should someone else be responsible for me?
You're 10.
That's what Tasha was thinking.
Shut up, voice.
Shut up, Bella. Because there's something about brain development, yada yada yada. Like, we don't know how to, like, take care of ourselves because we can't see the consequences of our actions or some shit like that.
No, I've been doing this just fine. I've been doing this for a while.
I don't know what that means.
I've been on my own for a while. Don't know how long. Just been doing it for a while.
Like 10 years?
And he says, "No, I became this when I turned 10."
How long ago was that?
Sort of thinks.
Were there cell phones?
He nods.
Were they big chunky fucking things, or were they like flat things, or were they flip things?
Sort of like thinking for a moment. I mean, some of them flipped. Some of them were flat.
They have computers?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still like computer rooms, like entire fucking rooms take up an entire...
It's hard to get computers set up in the circus.
That's fucking fair. All right. But that's at least like doing like math in her head. Being like, that was at least 10 years ago.
I was born 10 years ago. Or was I? Was it 10 years ago? He started thinking for a moment. He's only got one in academics, so he's having to work things here. How long ago was it? What month is it right now?
What month is it since it's winter?
November. Late November.
November.
He says as he started thinking. Oh man, I missed my birthday. He says as he started thinking. It's been about 3 Novembers.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
I turned 10 3 Novembers ago. Well, earlier than that. I was born in May. So, thinking for a moment. I haven't really thought about this. I didn't realize I was missing my birthday.
By the way, for the person looking at him, this is definitely not a teenager you're looking at.
Yeah. She's getting mad. Nah, you get free shit on your birthday. You don't want to miss that.
Oh God. He just sort of frowns at that. It's just like, I just haven't thought about it.
I mean, hell, in what, 2 years you can get your learner's permit?
He's looking at her like he does not comprehending.
So technically you're 13, but you don't.
No, I'm 10.
So you're like a fucking vampire? like Edward fucking Cullen here?
I'm not a vampire.
Okay, it didn't mean to offend you or anything. Just, you know, the whole, how long have you been 18? A while, you know?
I don't know what that means.
That's fair. You're too fucking young to have seen Twilight.
What's that?
Don't worry about it, kid.
You're strange. You're funny
I'm
like
strange.
D. You're funny just like D.
Me, I'm the strange one here.
Yeah, you are.
I'm standing in front of Peter fucking Pan, and I'm the strange one.
Mm-hmm.
You've been 10 for 3 years, and I'm the strange one.
And he's just thinking about it. It's like,
You lost your goddamn shadow, and I'm the strange one.
it's like, and he just sort of shrugs at that one. And it's like,
Sorry, who'd you say I was like?
oh, my friend D. You're funny like her.
Dee does not go to the same school as you, by the way. She goes to Robert Frost High School. You go to like PS 117 or something like that.
That's exactly
The delinquent school.
Well, because Dee lives in Brigham Fowl. You live in the rough part of town.
I live on the wrong side of the tracks.
Yes. Well, the wrong side of the highway, but yes.
I mean, is she one of the What is it, Lost Boys?
Oh, no. She's the Hulk.
I'm sorry, what?
She's huge! She's bigger than me and the rest of my gang!
Are you saying she's literally Bruce fucking Banner? Or is she Mark Ruffalo?
We tried to paint her green, but she wouldn't let us.
Okay, so she's not actually the Hulk in the way that you're actually Peter Pan.
He's kind of looking at her strangely, like... he's not following exactly. He's just like, no, she's our Incredible Hulk. We tried to get her in on a war, but she didn't want to do it.
A war? Kid! Why are you involved in wars?
Well, because the big kids were throwing rocks at us, and we needed to fight back.
That's, that's fair. By any chance, these fucking kids still bothering you?
From time to time. We always put up a big fight back, though.
Yeah, hit me up if that happens, cause not a fan of bullies.
Nah, I've been doing fine on my own. Besides, I got my friends too.
Oh, thank God you're not living alone.
They sort of live. No, of course not. I got Bella, and I got my shadow now. As he sort of high fives the wall.
Leaving an orange handprint on the wallpaper.
Real quick, out of curiosity, how do you eat?
Oh, I just go to places and I take food sometimes.
All right, I get it.
Sometimes I even take people's wallets.
You gotta stop and reaches in her back pocket to see if her wallet's still there.
It is for now.
For now, she'll make a mental note to be like, all right, gotta keep an eye on that. She's got all of $3 in it. But yeah, I don't know if we're cause you, but not you, met my great grandmother. What the hell that makes this? And she kind of just motions to them both. But if you need anything, I don't have a whole lot, but I mean, I'm not gonna let you fucking die. So
I was like, well, you got more lasagna, right?
this was it, but I can ask my mom to make more.
Cool.
Oh, important. You cannot let my mom know that you are here. Ever. If you see her, or if you see, don't worry about my dad is not in this country, and my brothers should not be anywhere nearby. But if you see anyone in this house that's not me, hide.
Oh, I'm good at that.
Good. Great. It's a little bit unsettling, but that's fine. Yeah. My mom would flip the fuck out. She'd be like, you kidnapped a fucking 10-year-old? And I'd be like, no, he just fucking flew to my window because his shadow fell off. Just normal things.
Oh, I didn't fly. Well, not this time.
How did... Storm Drain?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although when I did lose my shadow, I was flying.
Of course you fucking were.
It was fun. I was playing tag with someone.
They were also flying?
She has wings.
Great. Awesome.
Big giant white ones.
Fucking great. I haven't been at this as long as you have, kid. Which is weird of me to say, because you're fucking 10, but you're not actually fucking 10.
Well, can you fly?
No.
Sort of frowns. Of course you can.
Oh no. No, we are not doing this. Are you gonna spit some what is it? Faith, trust, and pixie dust?
How did you know?
And she'll hold up the book.
Well, I do have pixie dust, he says, and he actually pulls out. And for you, you know it's dross, but it's a small pouch, and there is indeed pixie dust in it.
Yeah, that's not. Nah.
Oh, come on, it'd be fun.
She almost is. She looks back at her work and is like, I got. You know, you're fucking right. You're fucking right. I shouldn't. And she'll just kind of look at him and be like, but like you know what the hell you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Just happy thoughts.
And she's like, thinks about like asking him more, but then she's like, you know what? Screw that.
All right. He says,
Let me just real fast. I know this isn't like gonna help at all, but she's gonna take a blanket from her bed and try to knock her some sort of makeshift parachute just in case.
probably a good idea.
Yeah. It's crafting, I think. Whatever the crafting crap is for knockers. Do it.
Yeah, let me find it. I have it on my thing.
Yay!
All right, listen.
Faith and trust.
I remember how I said I told your shadow not to bother me, but for real this time, do not bother me. And it's int crafts. Okay, 8.
So he won't bother her, but I am going to do a dex larceny on some things because I have to do my pixie, and he's curious about what might be in certain drawers. So.
Sure. I mean, honestly, my dude, this is a teenage girl. Go right ahead. He's broke as fuck, but...
I'm going to send you a private message to ask you a question about something, Lily.
Okay. And this is building something, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have 5 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 on Dex larceny. Possibly more if nimble or quick is involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 normally, or 9 if it's. Oh Lord, Patrick.
So, you can decide what he finds.
Oh, me?
Yeah. With 6 dex larceny, I'll let you decide.
Oh God. Okay. I mean, you probably find a piggy bank with a couple cents in it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna find. I mean, with that many successes, you can find out where she keeps her feminine products hidden.
Mm-hmm. No.
With that many successes.
Yeah, I mean that is a lot.
You can probably find no, she has that on her. Under the pillow is a Smith and Wesson gun. Just casually.
Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. He's
it is not
holding
loaded though. She is not stupid. She knows about gun safety, but it's there.
As she's working there, it's about that point. She's like, "This town ain't big enough for the 2 of us."
And, it's a blank. No, and then in the super back of one of the drawers, looks like it hasn't been touched in forever. There's a layer of dust on it. Is one of those jewelry boxes that you'd give to a little girl. You open it and the ballerina spins and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple bracelets in it. Looks like there's a couple friendship bracelets. A couple really dinky dollar store jewelry, those Mardi Gras beads and stuff. But there's also a necklace with an acorn on it.
And he was actually putting on the plastic bracelets or something like that. He was going to conveniently forget to put them back. The pisky nature. But when he sees the acorn on the necklace, he stops, and I mean the ballerina's probably playing as he's picking it up, and he's looking at it. Is that another remembrance, Carol?
Sure. Let's see if you can remember what this thing is.
And I got 5 successes on my building this makeshift parachute.
Yeah.
What's the diff, Carol?
6.
So I got 2 successes.
That is a kiss.
Oh, you have a kiss.
I have a. And she'll look over with this parachute, and we'll say the imperfection about it is there's a little hole. It was like one that she was like about to patch with her needle, but like ripped along the seams, and she'll look over and be like, I have a what now?
A kiss, he says as he holds up the acorn. This is a kiss.
The fuck do you think a kiss is?
And he's holding the necklace out. Well, that's what this is.
This is a necklace.
This is a kiss.
Son of a bitch. Oh my god. Alright, well, I still fucking should totally not to fucking touch anything, but it's fine. I haven't worn that in forever.
Why not?
Jewelry get caught in the machine. I work with, dangly bits are generally not the best idea when you're working with heavy machinery.
He's just looking at it. Okay.
You guys continue on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't bunk anything while I'm gone.
I won't bunk until you're back.
Let me show you what like a kiss actually is, and she'll go and find like a bag of Hershey's Kisses and bring one to him and be like, this is a kiss.
And he's looking at it. And it's that sort of dubious look that children get when it's like a no. It's like no, he knows. He's like, those are kisses. This is a kiss.
I'm so fucking confused. It's fine. Sure. Whatever you fucking say.
I don't know why I know that, he says as he's looking at it. It's just familiar.
I don't fucking know either, because that's not a... It's fine. Don't worry about it. I have a parachute. So I'm ready if you want to do the flying thing.
Okay. Patrick says as he claps his hands, and he reaches into into his pouch, and and he blows, and the pixie dust goes flying everywhere, covering both him and her. And he goes, all it takes, just remember, is faith and trust. And now all we got is pixie dust, as he goes back out the window.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, it's going to be diff 4 because I'm using scene to enchant her as well, so. Think of a wonderful thought, any merry little thought.
They say you didn't sing.
Think of Christmas, think of snow, think of sleigh bells, off you go. 3 successes, so I believe that's 5 minutes per glamour, so for the next 25 minutes, we can fly, damn. We can fly, we can fly. And so he goes out, and then with a crow, goes rocketing right back past the window.
Jesus Christ. And she'll sort of like try to get her balance as she's lifting off the floor. Mm-hmm. She's like, okay.
You've got control. You've got control.
So she'll move over to the window and look out to make sure he's still alive.
Yep, he's, like I said, he rocketed right back up past the window, and he's flying past the gray clouds in the break of moonlight. And off goes a...
Yeah, she'll put on the jetpack and sort of follow him a bit unsteadily. She's not going to rocket, but she's going to try and be like, is this all right if anyone sees us?
What?
What if someone sees us?
You're going to have to catch me first if you want me to hear you.
Just in the air, motherfucker.
I mean, she has maybe a small maternal bone, but it's like cartilage.
Fix your pants. Sorry, you guys don't hear that.
But yes, off he goes like a rocket. He doesn't care. Very clear he doesn't care. He is
Try to
flying.
keep an eye on him because shit, this is her responsibility now. But since he's got what, Dex 6, Dex 4 over here, so.
So much like in the movie where you see them kind of like ambling up in the air, and Peter just like, yeah, I got this.
See, flapping your arms or whatever because you've never flown before. You don't know how this works. Patrick himself is just like, for him, it's like as natural as breathing. Just the pure fucking thrill of flight going in it. Like, there's a point where he just spins around. He's spinning round and round around a tower before she starts to get close. Before he like slingshots off another way.
You're so annoying.
I'm the best there is.
Oh no. Oh, the cleverness of me.
Oh, the cleverness of me. But yeah, so for like the next, maybe 10 minutes or so, they're flying around to chase Patrick before he finally like catches attention on something else that he's looking over. Like he's like dancing. He's like spiring. He's like skimming across a fountain, like he's almost ice skating. But if there's actually still some water in it because the fountains are going. Disturbed water.
Isn't it past your fucking bedtime?
I don't have a bedtime, he says.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. That's why you're so annoying.
No, I'm not.
I'm Patrick. Yeah, it's fairly cold out tonight. Gentle snowfall in San Alopius and Brigand Fowl. The tower is lit with the glamour of the current mural, which is something else. Let me look it up.
It's always something else, Carol.
It is always something else. It's so frequently something else that I actually had to write down various things it could be. Carry on while I find it.
Yep.
So, for real though, is this what happens if someone sees us?
Well, you just run.
I respect that. That's fair. I mean, seems easy for you, you little fucking.
That or you throw them into a trash can. That or you throw them in a trash can.
Also respectable.
Oh, sorry. A woman standing under flaming stars.
Wow.
Damn. That's intense.
Well, you don't have to get past the security guard to be in front of this mural. But you do kind of to paint it. So. And
finally he gets bored of like skimming around the fountain before he goes cartwheeling into the sky again. But he catches a glimpse of Agnes through the window.
See, hi, Agnes. Flying with the fucking English.
I don't fly with the English.
You fly with the winged bitch.
She's not English.
She's as English as the day is long and cold.
Can I see this person?
Yes, she's a very, very young red cap. Roughly 7 years old.
Love her. Where is she?
Inside the building the mural is painted on.
Patrick's like talking to her through the window. So he's like, oh, you maybe be like maybe he's like 10 feet out or something like that. But
yeah, she'll go up next to him and be like, is this one of your friends?
Oh yeah, this is Agnes.
Hello.
Oh, she looks a little surly. Oh, we're friends after you sided with that winged bit girl.
What are you talking about? I just didn't want anyone to get hurt.
She should be hurt. And she looks angry. As she looks at the new person. What are you?
I think I'm a knocker. I mean, I'm a high schooler, unfortunately. What else am I? I'm a chick. Like,
You're not English, right?
do I sound fucking English?
The English don't have to sound English to be English.
I'm so confused. Both of you. What are either of you saying?
They're just like pirates.
As she's talking to you guys, she wanders off to a pile of rocks and she's eyeing somebody that's down below. And they're holding like a poster of some sort and wearing a hard hat because they're slowly learning. As she grabs this rock and hurls it down at them.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Death to the English, he yells. And it bounces off the helmet as he gets closer and starts sticking this poster.
Well, Patrick's actually going to zoom down behind him, and he's going to give him a big giant wedgie.
What do you roll for wedgies?
Probably Dex Athletics to do it quick, so that it's like whoop, swoop, whoop, okay. Pull and get out of the way. So
let us see this wedgie then.
The ultimate wedgie.
So what?
He's flying. So
what the fuck do you have against English people?
The English take. The English are always taking things, and they say that they're theirs.
5. That's 6 successes on the wedgie.
You know what? You know what, little girl? That's entirely fucking fair. You keep on being angry at fucking English.
I will. And like, there's this guy is wedgied by Patrick and like trying to fix his tidy whities that are suddenly significantly higher up his body than he appreciates. Agnes grabs a bigger rock.
Yep. Patrick like
second move.
Patrick like turns the hard hat since he's like he's distracted. He's hovering like above him. Turns the hard hat so that it's like in his face so he can't see.
Oh no! A hard hat should be positioned for maximum protection, but okay. So, anyways.
Well, I mean, if he's turned around, maybe the back of his head is like
Yeah. Let's protect his face. At least then they can identify him. As she throws this roughly brick-sized rock down from the window at this individual. He goes down. Maybe he'll get back up. He won't be for a moment, though.
Who the hell taught you about colonialism and shit?
Colonialism? She's like, this is my tower. And I will protect it from the feckin' English, just as I always have protected it from the feckin' English.
Patrick takes the poster off the wall as he's looking at it.
It is a poster that says "Coming soon, Kids Crafty Corner."
Sort of frowning at it, and starts making a paper airplane out of it.
And I'm not going to make you roll for paper airplane.
Roll crafts.
As he gets up as high, well, he can go pretty fucking high, but he's going up like to the window. Want to see how far this will go?
Yeah. Get that shit away from the tower.
And he throws it, and it's different lengths, so it's probably probably goes pretty decent, but not too far because it's a paper airplane.
Yes.
Not the best aerodynamic.
And she just sort of shakes her head. And she goes, "What's your opinion on the crafty corner for the kids?"
Would Tasha know about this?
Imagine Michael's, but insidious. With their, not this Michael.
Yeah.
I am pretty insidious, but that's another story.
It's like sort of a cross between Michael's, like, the crafts that they have for kids where they create this mass-produced bullshit with like pre-formed or pre-cut pieces of paper and googly eyes, and it's just trash. There's no creativity to it. The kids are kept busy for like an hour. And it is also like it's adult equivalent of the Wine of the Week Club, where you paint the same thing as everybody else in the room while drinking cheap wine.
I see.
It's almost like the storyteller has opinions on these things.
Their supplies are fucking overpriced and like not
even good. Not even good.
Like, and I mean, listen, I didn't tell you this, but I do drink wine occasionally, but that can't imagine that shit. Like, it's gotta be sweet. I don't want to drink fucking alcohol that tastes like alcohol.
This is in character, right?
Yes.
The Agnes sort of I'm 7.
How long have you been 7?
This year. I've been 7 this year.
You're like a normal person, okay.
That's an interesting take on Agnes.
Haven't been 10 for 3 years, okay.
Comparatively normal. Time passes normally for you.
In this conversation, it's been dragging on for an eternity. Red cat. Yay. And she just she's still glaring at Patrick with that held-on betrayal of a female 7-year-old.
Patrick is completely oblivious to it.
I'd say roll perception alertness, but it is Patrick. But it is a red cap.
I think it would be probably more empathy to realize she's upset with him, and I don't have empathy. So... And, it's somewhat better that way. He just doesn't know.
Somewhat better that way.
Yeah.
It preserves that innocence, like, I can't stay mad at you because you just don't fucking know.
You underestimate the anger of red cat.
Oh, shit, I don't have empathy either. How did that fucking happen?
Because you're rejecting the puka.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need this shit. I will be rolling it.
This isn't crafts.
How do I craft emotion? It's been my constant struggle. I just don't understand.
Oh no, a whole lot of you know.
So hey kid, how long is this supposed to last?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I just know when it's getting close to the end.
Okay, great. Let me know when that fucking happens so we can get back to my house.
Okay.
Hope he remembers that shit. This is incredible.
I can fly. God damn it. Peter fucking Pan.
But yeah, other than being an annoying little shit, what else did you do for fun when you're not in school?
Oh, everything. Anything.
Real specific, kid.
I don't know. It just depends what I feel like day by day.
I'm figuring that you I don't know. You're a new chrysalis, so that could explain why they haven't heard from you, unless you want to be new to the area as well.
I mean, she's her dad's deployed, so she moves so often.
Yeah.
So she also could have just moved.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, you may not know all the fun stuff in the area that Patrick has stumbled across.
I mean, sometimes, one time, me and my friends We stole a bunch of Diet Coke and Mentos, and we built this huge tower in the park.
Oh, no shit. That's super sick.
It was. I wanted to do it again, but they weren't really interested in that. But we did something better. We took it all and we strewed it around this evil sorcerer's lawn.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, there's an evil sorcerer in Brig and Fowl.
What makes them evil?
They made me sick.
Ah. I mean, I guess that wasn't very nice. Unless it was an accident?
Nope. Wasn't an accident.
But anyway, if you ever want to make a big ass explosion, hit me up.
His eyes grow wide, and he's like, "Really?
Listen, kid,
you make fireworks, or?"
I don't know if I can make fireworks. I mean, I could fucking try, but like, you know, mixing chemicals and shit to make think Coke and Mentos, but like grown up Coke and Mentos.
He sort of frowns at that. It's like, I don't know about that.
Oh, do you? It's meaning it's more complicated and bigger.
His eyes are sort of still narrowed at that, but
that's right. I forgot who I'm fucking talking to. It's science and shit.
Joey knows a lot about science. Are you saying science is grown-up stuff?
I was trying to like. I'm used to talking to kids that like want to grow up. I gotta remember who I'm fucking talking to. Meaning like
want to grow up.
Cause remember that whole thing where you're like, why can't I be? Why is everyone always asking about my parents? When you're a grown up, they stop doing that.
They would probably stop anyway.
And I'm not gonna argue with the 10-year-old who's been 10 for 3 years. Anyway, science usually they usually keep like the more dangerous stuff for adults. It doesn't mean it's not necessarily a grown-up thing. You just have to be like, you just have to know what's dangerous and what's not. You know, don't fucking mix this with this, or else you'll get, you know, suffocate or some shit.
Why?
Because you don't want to suffocate or some shit.
I don't know. Why? It's like
you would die.
He says, he sort of looks at up to the sky for a moment, like he's like it's almost like this exasperate, like that child, like like for a moment, it's like everyone keeps saying that to me, and I keep telling them the exact same thing,
which is.
Die would be an awfully big adventure.
Oh my god.
Oh, time's almost up, he says. Sorry, Agnes, excuse me, he says as he flips through the window.
Nice to meet you, kid. If you ever want, like, some real fucking art supplies, hit me up.
Wait, are you flipping in or out?
Into the air, because the magic's about to go.
Okay. She just sort of glares as he rolls probably into her mountain of stuffed animals. If you go in, you'll notice what seems to be like gifts. This is not a home. This is an abandoned building that this 7-year-old resides on her own with.
Why are all the kids in this town homeless?
They're not. They are not. Just these two. But no, people are caring for her. She doesn't have a home, but there are gifts, mountains of gifts, lots of food, a whole lot of food.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, I got you something, he says as he finally lands, and he pulls off one of the friendship bracelets that he stole and hands it to Agnes.
Wait a second. You know what? Fine, I wasn't fucking using them.
She just sort of looks at the bracelet for a moment, and she'll put it on. She's still mad at you.
He's confused, like, why?
Because you sided with the English.
I keep telling you she's not English.
And I keep telling you she is. She took your friend.
But it's just like, and Patrick's like even more confused. She's like, I don't know what you mean. That's Emma still. I mean, she's just like you. I mean, you weren't this, and then you became this.
I should suck you in the mouth for saying she's like me.
You should what? Oh, sock. Okay. Okay, that's better. I was concerned for a second.
It's just bewildered. It's like, I wasn't like this before, and I became like this.
But you're still you. I am still me. I still remember who I am.
He's just looking at this like it's like he's completely confused. He has no idea what this is. But it's Emma.
That thing is not Emma.
Yes, it is. She just grew wings.
That is Belladonna.
Oh, is that her secret name?
And she just shakes her head and scowls. And she just kind of goes and like throws herself into her pile of stuffed animals and like grabs a bear and puts it over her face and lets out a scream.
I have a secret name too. Do you want to guess what it is?
Oh my god.
And you hear muffled, "Was an asshole."
Nope, guess again.
That wasn't quite what I said, but it was similar. It's not little shit either.
She just brings the stuffed animal down there. Like, grab a stuffed animal.
Amazing. There's just one right there.
Of course there is. Look who you're talking to.
Come on, guess. He guessed it. You can too.
She looks over at Tasha. He has a name that is other than Patrick.
Yeah. You read a lot of books?
What I can get my hands on.
Watch Disney movies?
A few, like Frozen. I saw Frozen.
I mean, that's
Brave.
that's a good movie. Yeah. This one's a bit older. Maybe don't watch it. It's not the best.
What are you talking about? It's about me.
You're okay in it. It's.
Is it Pinocchio? She says and just like glares at Patrick.
My nose does not grow.
That's a fair guess, though. That was.
She's just still glaring at him.
Come on, you got it. You can get it.
Dumbo.
That's also fair. Also a problematic movie.
I'm not an elephant. Well, I can sound like one.
No!
I tried to keep it low. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was in character reaction.
Well, you fly like a dumbass elephant, she says. Just still glaring angrily.
I do not. I don't have ears big enough to fly like a Dumbo.
No, I'm pretty sure you're dumb. You're sticking by that English.
She's not English.
She's as English as... She's English.
Kid really doesn't like imperialism.
No.
Patrick still has no idea.
Why would he have any clue?
Exactly. It's like, he just has no idea.
No clue about who Agnes is, no clue about who Emma is. Barely has just recently got a clue as who Patrick is. But yeah. She's obviously not going to make the nice guess anytime soon. So, you know. Oh, it's Pocahontas, obviously.
Nope, guess
No,
again.
close. close, similarly problematic in a similar way.
Rumple goddamn Stiltskin.
Is that a Disney movie?
No, but if we're sitting here guessing names, I might as well go with the thematics.
He just frowns. He's just like, I don't know what that means.
I mean,
No, it's a lot simpler than that. It's a lot simpler than Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes, you are now Rumpelstiltskin.
Well, it's not that either.
If you want me to know, you tell me.
That's no fun.
It's fun for me. Because you don't want to do it.
He sort of frowns. You know, he's easily manipulated.
She's got a point.
Well, in the spirit of fun, then, he says. And he sort of springs up onto like the makeshift bed she got, and he gets his hands on his hips, and he stands tall and proud. Peter Pan.
She has the not entirely surprised look across her. Well then, Peter Pan.
And you can keep calling me Patrick.
Well then, Dumbo.
I love her.
Your friend is English.
Just like, why is she English?
Because she took what wasn't hers.
She's got a point, kid. I don't know if you haven't learned about imperialism. You don't go to school.
Well, what did she take?
She took Emma.
It's just like, what? Did you take Allison?
You're am Allison.
Yeah, and I'm Patrick. Peter didn't take me.
She goes and she gets like a bottle.
Gets a Diet Coke.
And then bottle of regular like soda. One's like orange, the other just like diet Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
She sets an empty jar down and she fills it to the brim with the orange soda. She goes, "This is Emma."
That's orange soda.
Dumbo, this is a lesson so you can understand the English.
I can't believe a 7-year-old can think abstractly, but a 13-year-old can't.
He's 10.
She's smarter.
She is smarter. She also has a better grasp of who she once was, too. So
she holds this diet Sprite. She's like, "This nastiness is belladonna." She opens it and pours this whole bottle of Sprite as the orange soda cascades out of it. What is in this vessel?
Sprite and orange soda. Because, you know, it's still mixed together.
But it's largely Sprite at this point. Yeah.
Still
she's
orange.
Just, she's just like, taste this.
Drinks it.
Does that taste more like Emma? Holding up the orange soda bottle. Or belladonna?
I don't know what either of them taste like.
I think Tasha kind of buries her head in her hands and is like, "This is a kid, this is a kid, this is a kid."
She just takes the cup from him, puts the orange, like what's left of the orange soda in front of him. Taste.
Okay, he drinks it.
Taste. Hands him the Sprite. Hands him the soda.
It tastes bad like the Sprite.
And so your friend
Are you saying that Emma was driven out or something? Are you saying she's a demon? A demon possessed her?
I'm saying she's the fucking English. She's.
Oh, demon possession sounds cooler.
She just gives a slow shake of her head.
But why isn't she? Well, this is finally it's starting. Something's going in there. There's quite a question. It's like, but she became like us. She got wings. Why is she different? I don't understand. She looks the same. I mean, it's the same. She just suddenly became something else. Like you did. I was there. I saw it. It was a big...
Was something following me when I changed?
I don't know. Yeah, there were. I mean, well, there were people around you and they were keeping you from being you, I guess.
There was something waiting for Emma and waiting for that thing to break.
Then he stops for a moment. And now it's starting to put together. It's like, the bad lady lies. That wasn't how it was supposed to work. It didn't get wet. Did it?
I am so confused. I just want you two kids to know I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
She looks at Tasha. He should tell you this story. As well as he can remember it. It might help him figure it out.
Well, Emma's dad was the sorcerer. Said he was going to throw her out of the house.
Any particular reason?
I don't know. She just was talking to him. She said, and he threatened that people were going to take her away if she stopped acting like she was. If she didn't stop acting like she was. She lost her mom. Or her mom got rid of her, I don't know. And the only thing she had of her mom's was this stuffed horse, Falala. And we talked to Falala. Falala said that she couldn't get wet. Because if she got wet, something was going to come for Emma.
Like a fucking gremlin?
Patrick shrugs his head. I don't know. Emma said it was the bad lady.
Who is the bad lady?
Patrick's having to think. Because I'm trying to remember out of character if Dee mentioned when they were talking about it of whether Belladonna was the bad lady or not. I honestly don't remember. He probably was paying half attention anyway.
It was the prophecy was simply stated that Belladonna blooms tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm talking back when she used Primal to talk to Falala.
Yeah.
That was a long while back. I don't remember if she...
either.
Yeah, and to be honest, Patrick probably forgot. He's like really struggling here. But she wanted to go... She heard about the woods that no one wants to go to, the Forbidden Woods. And she wanted to go in. She wanted to meet Ted.
Who is Ted?
Oh, Ted's a dragon.
Great! Fucking awesome.
He's this big.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. His house grows bigger, though, when he wants it to.
I'm so fucking confused. Just keep going.
Well, she wanted to see Ted, so I took her there, and she left Falala behind. Said Falala was scared and needed to go there. And you know what? I wasn't going to force her to do that. We go there and found out Emma couldn't see Ted. And when we went back, Falala had popped.
Like a fucking balloon? Like a pinata?
She was, bits of her were all over the place. Little fluff all over the place, strewn about. Her head was off, her legs were off, her tail was off. In half, fluff everywhere. Apparently, she popped. That's at least what the Marble Eater said.
I'm sorry, who?
The Marble Eater. He eats marbles. Like this one, he says, and he pulls out this, grapefruit-sized, marble that's completely orange and glows slightly.
Please don't eat that.
I'm not gonna eat it.
You son of a bitch. If you choke and die, it's not my fucking fault. But anyway, you're saying
it does. As you bring it to your face, it does smell kind of sweet, though. Vaguely fruity, citrusy.
He does put it back.
So someone eats those?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, he said that Philella popped. But that wasn't how the rules were supposed to work. That's not how it was supposed to work. She was supposed to get wet. Well, she wasn't supposed to get wet. That's really what it is. If she got wet, then the evil thing comes.
So she popped and the evil thing came.
No.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, I got her fixed.
And that's it.
This boy is no issue.
Is not. He is not. If this was Charles, it'd be far more of an entertaining tale, I'm sure. But Patrick's like, yeah, I got her fixed. She got Philella back. Then she wanted to go see the mermaids.
So before we get to that, before we fucking unpack that shit, you said some shit about someone stealing something, and from the metaphor that, honestly, I am fucking surprised a 7 or 8-year-old could do. When this lady crystallized, she wasn't herself anymore.
That's what everyone keeps saying, but I don't see it.
So when the fuck did that happen in the story you just told me, in all the nonsense?
He thinks about what's today?
November.
Now, what day is it?
What day is today? Does it matter?
What,
Carol?
What day is this November? the 21st.
It's the 21st.
I'm looking at November 21st, and he's like, is it Thursday? Is it Friday?
Just go with it.
Sorry.
November 21st. It's Wednesday. It's a fucking
Wednesday.
school night. Not that you know that.
Yeah, not that he cares. Hey, it thinks back. It's like 3 Tuesdays ago.
You not fucking know what weeks are?
I know it was 3 Tuesdays ago.
Okay, but how does that relate to the story you were just telling?
You said that when she turned into this, that's when she turned.
Right. What does that have to do with the horse and the dragon and...
Oh no, that was months ago.
And she'll turn to this fucking 7-year-old and be like, "Could you please translate?"
A few weeks ago, they bring this girl up into my tower. Human, but there's something lingering, she says, and she has this very serious look. Yes, very serious for a 7-year-old. She is not the same kind of child as Patrick.
Yeah.
And she's English. I knew she was English. She had the look of English about her. I tried to take out the problem. I threw a rock at her. They got very angry with me for throwing a rock at her.
Yeah, you hit Emma.
I should have hit her harder. And she wasn't there for the chrysalis. But a few days later, this girl with wings and fangs and glowing eyes is in the body of this girl. Once again, in my home. Telling us what to do, telling us to bow before her. Trying to pull me out a window.
Well, shit.
That's what D and for Jesus said. That doesn't sound like Emma.
Did you just say that's what D and Jesus said?
Yeah, Street Jesus.
A retired character.
Let's. You know what? I'm not even gonna fucking ask for enough about Jesus and his goddamn everything.
Street Jesus with an asterisk, not actually Jesus. Just feel like I should put that out there since we have Patrick, not actually Patrick, but Peter Pan.
Yeah, no, Lily's got it. Tasha has no idea.
Okay.
Jesus. I don't understand. Why would you change so much? It doesn't sound like her.
She just kind of gives a shake of her head, and then she like picks up the jar of mixed soda and offers it to Tasha. Like,
She'll take it because when a small child hands you something, you take it.
if you're thirsty.
Oh, thanks.
And she kind of just gives this like, I don't know how else to like explain it to Patrick. Sort of look like this. She looks defeated. And she goes to sort of scrounge around her food to see what she can find because she's hungry, because of course she is.
Yep.
Well, she could get anything. Candy bar, wrapper and all.
They prefer food, Michael. They do prefer food.
I can ask Miss Boomer about it. She knows some shit. Knows maybe sometimes when we do the thing, we're not ourselves anymore. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. It's not Emma. It's not what Emma would do. Maybe she's confused. Maybe it is demon possession. Maybe something went wrong.
Huh, yeah, drown her in holy water, she says. She like shoves like a Twinkie in her mouth.
Amazing. We can certainly fucking try that.
Hold her head under till the wings disappear.
This kid's fucking violent.
Red cap.
That's fair. That's fair. Checks out.
The most violent red cap in the game currently.
So are either of you kids in any immediate danger from this person?
She looks over at Patrick. I don't invite her up here, but I don't know about him.
I haven't seen her in a few days.
If you did, would she be dangerous?
I don't think so. Although she did cheat when playing tag.
How do you cheat at fucking tag?
She caught my shadow in a window.
So that's the little shit that got me stuck with that. You know what? It's fine. Listen, kid. I know you don't have school tomorrow, but some of us, unfortunately, do.
Why?
Because remember the whole thing I said about might as well fucking get my diploma? I've done this for so fucking long.
Why?
So, listen, I'm not going to explain capitalism to you, kid.
It's just blinking. Why not?
Because it would take forever, and I don't think you would understand half of it.
Oh, I got time.
We don't, because I need to fucking sleep.
Why?
Do you not sleep?
Well, sometimes.
Well, some of us have to sleep regularly.
Seems strange.
Agnes gives you a look of solidarity of the difficulty of trying to explain things to Patrick.
Oh, he says as he's looking at her, you have a bedtime.
Sure.
Hmm.
Sure, let's go with that.
He gets a little disappointed. Everyone has bedtimes. I don't. It's a lot more fun that way. I'm gonna stay up as late as I want.
Well, ain't you just fucking special?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we gotta go. Go on.
I want to make sure that you're not walking anywhere by yourself.
I'm not. I got Bella. And I got my shadow now.
Yeah, it would make me feel a lot better if I could walk you somewhere.
We can walk downstairs.
Sure. What I'm saying is my neighborhood is not the best, so if you're wandering around on the streets at night, like, I should at least be there with you.
I take care of myself just fine.
I'm sure you can, kid. It would just make me feel better.
Why?
Remember how I said the whole thing about we ask where your parents are because you're like, shit, I'm responsible for this now. Well, shit, I'm responsible for you now.
Well, you're not my parents.
I know I'm fucking not, but still, you showed up in my room. I'm responsible for you.
That seems weird.
Just let me walk you somewhere safe.
Okay. Bye, Agnes. Good seeing you again.
Yeah, don't trip on your own idiocy on the way out.
I like you, kid.
She just waves and she's shoving more food in her mouth. I guess wherever you guys head off to is where we will end the scene.
Yeah, basically, I wanna get him out of my town, and at least somewhere where there's like street lights, at the very least.
Oh no, he's gonna go. He's going to the mansion, the abandoned, haunted, boarded up mansion.
Oh yeah, everybody has tried at some point to save Patrick. It's a fruitless endeavor.
Let's save him more like, don't, like, I know what happens. I know the kind of people that hang out on the streets. I hang out on the streets at night.
Okay.
All right, this is my stop. Good meeting you, he says as he pops on and he like rolls under the fence and under a certain gap, and he goes up a drain pipe to a higher level window, and he crawls between some of the boards.
Later, kid. She thinks about being like, stay safe, and she's like, nah, that wouldn't go over well.
Hi, Miss Bismuth. I made new friends today. I got my shadow back.
Oh, Lord. And with that, we'll end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for whatever. And we'll see you around and the next time we do one of these scenes.